Hi dear all students, how are you all? Myself Swati Abhijit Dere from St. Xavier School Srirampur from high school section in front of you for this online video teaching. Dear students, for 7th standard this year also I am with you. Any guess which subject I am teaching this year? This year I am teaching General Science subject for online teaching. For 7th standard General Science, you can observe the textbook is like this way. The picture is on the textbook and your page of content, that is index page. You can observe students, here are total 20 lessons, 20 chapters are there. Out of that 20 chapters, if we make half the index, first 10 chapters will be for first term and last 10 chapters for the second term. Let us start today with our science subject teaching for our first lesson, and our first lesson name is here The Living World, Adaptations and Classifications. The Living World, Adaptations and Classification. Let us start with the lesson first. First, in the name of the lesson only, first word came here, new word is adaptations. Adaptations and classifications. Let us learn first now what is meant by adaptation. The definition of adaptation I wrote on a board. You can observe this in a simple language. Adaptation means adjust for change. Whatever changes are in the surrounding due to weather or whatever, adjust ourselves for that surrounding. The adjustment is nothing but the adaptation. You can see the scientific definition of this is gradual changes occur in the body parts and also in the behavior of organisms. Organisms, they may be living organisms, maybe plants, animals, any. So the gradual changes are occurring in that body part of that organisms, and also the behavior also change, which helps them to adjust to their surrounding. Because of this gradual change, that living organism is adjusting themselves in that particular surrounding. So such changes are called as adaptations. This is the scientific definitions. In exam, if definition come, what is meant by adaptation, we have to write this scientific definition as it is. So please have a look properly on board. In your textbook also, page number first, adaptation para is there. After introduction para, adaptation para, definition is there from gradual to adaptation. You write in notebook as it is, as a short note. This year when you are writing science subject writing, you please make sure that you must have 200 pages science notebook for your classwork, in which every lessons we will complete first important part writing, while explanation, during explanation I will give tick mark or maybe in note form, that will be your short notes. You have to write that short notes in a clean, excellent handwriting in your classwork notebook. And after lesson explanation and short notes over, we'll complete lesson exercise question answers in the notebook. So this is the format of your writing. So write down this definition, have a look on it, zoom it after that, or copy from the textbook as you wish. After this case, we will learn adaptation in plants, how adaptation in plants will happen. Then we see adaptation in animals. So let us start with first adaptation in plants. So one by one topic will clear. Have a look on the board. We will see adaptation in aquatic plants. In aquatic plants means which plants grows in the flowing water, maybe inside the river, brook, pond, lake, or anywhere where is the water surrounding. Inside the water, the adaptation in aquatic plants can be seen. Some of aquatic plants are firmly rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. At the bottom of the water bodies, at the end of the water bodies, there is a formation of soil. Soil structure is there. In that soil, some plants are growing. So they are under the water till the bottom level. Their stems are submerged while leaves and flowers float on the surface. The roots of that plants are inside the soil, submerged, inside they merge, but the flowers and leaf may become. You can take example of lotus flower. Lotus flower plants is inside the water, but its root inside, but leaf are floating on the water, as well as the flower also coming up. That is the best example of aquatic plant. Lot of plants are there, lot of. The surface of leaves and stem of many aquatic plants are covered with waxy layer. If you observe the plant leaf, it's a waxy in the sense, if you can observe, a lot of plants in our surroundings have the waxy layers. Rubber plant also having the waxy layer. That waxy layer help them to keep safe their leaves inside the water. Due to water, the leaf not get damaged. Due to excess of water, the leaf not get damaged. That means the waxy layer save the leaf of the plant. Then, if you observe, leaves of some aquatic plants are thin and slender like a ribbon shape. They are thin. This shape helps them to withstand fast current of water. Air spaces in stem and petioles of aquatic plants are useful for floating in water. To float, these plants are floating in water. So inside the stem, it's not too heavy. It's lightweight and having some hole structure. You can see the figure on the inside the book. Lotus stalk. They gave here lotus stalk. If we cut that stalk at particular end, you can see it is having the space inside like a hole structure. It's airy. Air goes inside that and it will help them to float on the water. So a lot of plants are like that way. In this way, aquatic plants, those are growing in water, they remain safe inside the water and they adapted the change to adjust themselves according to adaptation definition. We can see, you also observe some new plants inside the water and see their structure, see their leaves, see their roots. Observe wherever possible, whenever you are near to the water. So observe that plants. Now we can see adaptation in desert plants. Desert area. What is meant by desert area? Desert area means where rainfall is very less and whatever water content is available inside the earth, depending on that plant, earth water, plants, animals have to adjust with their life. The rainfall is too much less. That is why that place's temperature is always too much high. In that higher temperature, plants and animals have to adjust with that surrounding, and that's why they adapted that changes according to the adaptation procedure. Let us see adaptation in desert plant. You can see in our area also lot of some plants are there in summer season. Without water also they are growing there near to the roadside or mountain area. For best example is cactus plant. Cactus, you can see here cactus plants is shown in the figure. One beautiful flower is also there on this cactus plant, and you can observe the stem and leaf are as a combined part here and very thick in layer. The root of this cactus plants goes inside the soil in a desert area and it required very less water. Whenever water is available there, the root are suck that water from the soil section and they can save that water in the form of one liquid gel inside the stem or in the leaf of the cactus plant. See, desert plants are either leafless or their leaves are their small needles or have been modified into thorns. Then that leaves are modified into thorns. The stem is capturing the water in that body part to survive them, and the thorns are there. Thorns are save them from that surrounding area. Thorns like kateri avaran tanna asतं. The stems are green as they perform photosynthesis in absence of leaves. These stems perform photosynthesis procedure. In other plants, the leaf of the plant is completing the photosynthesis procedure. Means they are preparing their food and supply to the other part of the plant. But in the desert plants, this stem of that plant, which are very thick, they are doing the photosynthesis procedure, and their roots penetrate deep into the soil, and some roots spread away into the soil in search of water. Some roots are going spreading inside the soil to search for the water. Wherever they are getting water presence under the soil, they are soaking that and giving supply to the plants. So in this way, this thick layer of waxy substances on the stem of these plants too. They also have a waxy layer on the leaf or on the stem. So desert plants are adjusting them in that surrounding by using their thorns and thick structure, so they can store the water. In our area, aloe vera is also an example of this desert plants. Aloe vera leaf also thick, and they can observe water and soak into that content inside the leaf. So a lot of plants are there, you can observe in our surroundings too. One more adaptation we learn here, that is adaptation in plants of snowy regions, snowfall. Snowfall region, which is a mountain region, at these places rainfall is more, and that rainfall droplets are not in the form of liquid, they are in the form of solid ice structure. The snowy region, snow is continuously coming down from the clouds. The snowy regions, plants are different in shapes, and generally the shapes are slanting towards the ground. The plants are going taller and taller and survive, and the leaves are in a sloping direction. The leaves sloping direction due to the snow which is come from the cloud and coming on the leaf, not remain there because of the slopy region, that snows get down from the plants, and plants leaf can be saved. This adaptation is given as a gift to that desert area plant as well as to the snowy region plants. They can remain safe. Plants of snowy region mainly include conifers like deodar and pine. These trees are conical in shape. They are conical in shape, just like cone shape. From top to bottom, they have slope. In the heavy snowfall and extreme cold in this region, their conical shape prevents the snow from accumulating on the tree, and the thick bark helps the tree to withstand the cold. The plant withstand firm on their place due to their conical slopy shape, and due to this all adaptation changes, the plants are survive in that area. Next one is adaptation in plants of a forest region. In a forest region, since there is no presence of or very less presence of human being, the land is totally free without construction, pollution is less in that places, waterfall is more, ponds are there, animals are living on that plants. The plants are having different structure. The forest at different places according to that surrounding, they are adjusting them. Suppose snowy region area forest, the conical shape more plants you can observe. If desert area forest you can observe the thick shape stem thorns like structure plants are more there. If you observe our area side plants, forest plants, you can observe the gradual change. A variety of plants, trees, shrubs and herbs are found in the forest. Shrubs and herbs and big trees, मोठमोठी झाडं, झुडपं, shrubs, झुडपं, वेली, clippers, वेलांची झाडं. These are lot of places available. अशा वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या झाडांचं कॉम्बिनेशन आपल्याला आपल्या भागातील जंगलांमधल्या प्लांट्स मध्ये किंवा झाडांमध्ये व्हरायटीज बघायला मिळतात. These plants compete among themselves for sunlight. They try to adjust with each other for photosynthesis procedure and taking sunlight from the sun. For taking the sunlight from the sun, the downside plants are trying to grow taller and taller. Climbers and vines grow to the great height with the support of trees. Climbers, वेली ज्या आहेत त्या झाडांच्या साह्यानं एकमेकांना वेटोळे घेत वरती आपला पानांचा पसारा वाढवत जातात. वेली आपलं संरक्षण अशाही कंडिशन मध्ये करतात. ते एक दुसऱ्या झाडांची मदत घेतात. दे आर टेकिंग हेल्प ऑफ ईच अदर्स टू ग्रो वेल. Spring like tendrils on the stem of some climbers is an example of adaptation. Spring like structure असं दुसऱ्या झाडाच्या खोडाला स्प्रिंग सारखं वेटोळे घालत तो वेल वाढतो आणि वरती एकमेकांमध्ये गुंतत जाऊन एक मंडप सारखा आकार सुद्धा त्या वेलींचा तयार होतो. यू कॅन सॉ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स ऍट अवर होम ऑल्सो लाईक दिस प्लांट. आपल्या घरी पण अशा प्रकारची झाडं आपण बघतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल जाई, जुईचे वेल, द्राक्षाची झाडं, टोमॅटोची झाडं शेतामधली. दे आर एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ दिस शेप ऑफ ट्री दॅट इज द क्लिंबर शेप. असे जंगलामध्ये पण आपल्याला भरपूर झाडे बघायला मिळतात जे अडॅप्टेशनच्या चेंजेसशी स्वतःला ऍडजस्ट करतात. सो दिस प्लांट्स आर ऍडजस्टिंग दमसेल्फ विथ द कंडिशन ऑफ अडॅप्टेशन. This period we saw adaptation in lot of one more we see that is adaptation in grassland plants, and then next period we start with adaptation in animals. Next video will complete adaptation in animals. See, in a grassland you can see grassland in a plain ground where grasses are found in the grassland. Fibrous root of grass prevents soil erosion. जमिनीवरती किंवा डोंगरावरती कोणीही न लावता गवत उगवतं, कुठल्याही प्रकारचं गवत. दॅट ग्रासलँड इट्स टोटली लुकिंग लाईक अ लॉन. इट्स अ ग्रीन लॉन looking very nice to our eyes. And this grass lawn, the fibrous root systems are there. They are very small in height, and this grassland is food for a lot of animals. Those are depend on that grass. That animals are eating that grass. Animals like rabbit are found in such grasses. Vast meadows are found in hilly areas as well as in plains. So a lot of grasslands we can observe our surrounding. In a rainy season, generally the soil is absorbing the water, and in summer season grass may be dry, but the roots remain inside the soil as it is. When rainfall come on that place, again that roots become giving the birth to the new grass with the form of leafy structure, green leafy structure. So continuously the grassland is looking green in during the rainy season and after rainy season in winter season, but in summer season it's totally again get dry. Adaptation for ingestion of food in a plant. So this is one more part. Plants that grow in a soil which is deficient in nitrogen like Drosera, Venus flytrap, python plants, etc. fulfill their need for nitrogen by consuming insects. Some plants are depend on insects. They are consuming this nitrogen, lack of nitrogen, which they want to grow. They are observing from the insects too. So a lot of plants are like that way also. Cuscuta is one of the plants which is depend for that plant is not doing photosynthesis. That wire-like structure, पिवळ्या कलरच्या वायर सारखं स्ट्रक्चरचं एक झाड असतं त्याला कस्क्युटा असं म्हणतात. अमरवेल. हा अमरवेल स्वतः जमिनीत वाढत नाही, दुसऱ्या झाडांच्या फांदीवर तो आपोआप ग्रो होतो. मीन्स तो स्वतः काही करत नाही, तो दुसऱ्यांनी बनवलेलं अन्न फक्त शोषून घेतो. दॅट प्लांट इज डुईंग फोटोसिंथेसिस अँड दिस कस्क्युटा इज ऑब्झर्विंग दॅट फूड. सो इट इज डिपेंड फॉर कस्क्युटाज लाईफ इज डिपेंड ऑन अदर प्लांट फॉर ग्रोईंग पर्पज. असे तुमच्या आजूबाजूला झाडावर पण तुम्ही असं वायर लाईक येलो कलरचं स्ट्रक्चर कधी पाहिलं असेल तर ते काही वायर नसते किंवा धागा नसतो, ते एक झाड आहे, त्याला मराठीमध्ये अमरवेल म्हणतात किंवा आपण त्याला कस्क्युटा. इन इंग्लिश इट्स कॉल्ड एज अ कस्क्युटा. सायंटिफिक नेम ऑफ दॅट प्लांट इज कस्क्युटा. सो टुडेज लेक्चर आय टोल्ड यू लॉट ऑफ area adaptation, areas plants adaptation, how plants are adjusting them. For your more information, you can collect about more plants and their information on www.mbgnet.net. On your page number 4, they give one website there. So that website you can open and see more changes in other plants also. Go through that, student, for your more deep study. As we wrote this, explained today these 4 topics of adaptation, I hope you understand. Next period next video I will teach you adaptation in animals, how animals are adjusting themselves in different area. So till that time you please do one thing for your understanding purpose. You will write down the definition from textbook and give heading of each adaptation which we learned today, adaptation in desert, and write the plant or plant name which you learn in that para. Heading what point we learn and plant name, like this way you complete that. So in this video today we learn very important part. You again read that lesson properly. If any doubt, when we visit to each other I will clear your doubt. I hope you all are safe at home. Remain safe, take care, be happy with your family members, be safe and have a nice day. Bye bye.